Hi everybody, it's LYLE FINLAY WILDE channel. Well, this is the channel that we do true stories and testimonies. And, okay, everybody's asked, the real wild one in Canada. Yeah, that was my CB handle. I have a patented signature. There's only one other person who does have a patented signature, and his name's the Great One. No, it's not Wayne Gretzky. His name's the Great One. Okay? Well, that's just, there's only one way of getting a hold of him. Anyways, so yeah, so the way I do it there, you see me always at the date and all that. That's, but it's, well, with the slot. Anyways, long story short, yeah. True testimony, well, and true story. Well, I'm thinking about today, it's Sunday, the 18th of January 2026. And one time I was on the, I did like going on the highway with my dad when he drives semi and that. And one time we were he was driving for a company just outside Okotoks, that's where it was. And he was driving for this guy, and he had a brand new Astro Aerostar, right? And it was, a cab over and that, and we were going on the bypass of Winnipeg. And the trailer started fishtailing on us while he just rode it out, eh? And so we were riding it out, and all of a sudden, this is my first time being in a jackknife, and I'm seeing the friggin' ass end of the trailer right in front of us, right? Like we're totally jackknifing, we're spinning, eh? I was ready to jump out, and go out the door, eh? He's yelling at me, "You stay in here, you son of, you gotta stay in here." I said, "No, I'm jumping, I'm bailing," and all of a sudden, the trailer and the tractor just freaking come to a complete stop because we're like this, eh? Like that, right? Oh, boy, did I get near full about that, eh? About trying to jump out during a draft, just as a jackknife starting, eh? I was gonna bail. See you later, little bear. Boy, one's out of here, man. I'm out. Yeah. Okay. I was ready to jump, eh? And did I get an earful when I was a kid and that? But so we get back over to the shop and that, eh? And into Nokotokes there, and the guy's shop that he worked for and that, and he was getting a third degree about the friggin' accident on the fairing on the back of the cab, eh? And that, and well, let's put it this way. About a week later, we no longer had the place that he put us up in, the house that he put us up in. The use of the vehicles to go back and forth to the shop. Basically, he got let go because of that accident, eh? So, and then, well, there's another time, eh? I was, like I talk about this, eh? Just some people and some people. And one time I was in this little pickup, eh? was going up to, what pay? There's Grouse Mountain, Seymour Mountain, right? I was going up there, not Grouse Mountain, but Seymour Mountain. And I was just going around that big turn, eh? And I wasn't going fast or anything, and I just going around it, right? And the gas end just kicked out on me and took me right over on the edge, eh? I rolled, I'm down on the bottom there, eh? I give my head a shake, I hop out, and like, oh man. I look how far I was and where I was, and I'm thinking, gee, my guardian angel had his hands full on me on that day. I'm thinking, oh, geez, here we go, eh? Now I had to hike all the way back up to the top there of the road, and somebody said, what happened? I says, I just rolled over, man. I just went down the freaking bank. Right? Oh, they said, really? I said, yeah. I got to, oh. So they gave me a ride down the hill, eh? I thought I was going to phone and that, and I just left it there and said, the heck with it. I ain't going to even bother. It's that kind of memory. Why would I want to fight to try to get insurance and all that crap out of it? Right? So I just left it there. Oh, yeah. Whew. And I didn't have a bang, bump, or bruise on me, and I didn't drink alcohol or do drugs or, yeah, I smoked cigarettes then, yeah. And, yeah. But yeah, oh, I was like, oh, I was lucky to get out of that one. So I friggin', yeah, and then there was one time I was, one time there, it's true, you know, I don't trust other people's driving, eh? Always something goes wrong with somebody else's driving, or something happens, or something this and something that. Like, even the handy dart, oh, something happened to their van, or something happened to their vehicle. You go, oh, we got to phone a cab for you. Right? That's true. Right? Them dogs, they get you when they're after you. You have those 3 white dogs chasing you. Right? If you ever see them in your rear view mirror or your side, and that, you be wary. They'll get you one way or another. And they've been trying for years to get me. And yeah, so anyways, so I'm thinking, okay, well, then there's, yeah. Oh yeah, here's, I'm gonna make this probably a 2-parter, anyways. Well, in Nanaimo here, right? Nanaimo, BC, British Columbia. Well, there is, on Albert Street on Prudhoe, there was a fire on the top floor, right? It made it in the paper, it was in the news and everything, eh? And some guy, I was living in the bachelor suite, the bachelor room and suite right in the middle down the basement, eh? And I had to leave out of there, and they said, leave your door unlocked while the fire is happening. I says, okay, so I did, right? Well, this idiot that's friggin' next door to me, he decides to go into my place and rip me off my wallet. Yeah. You know, we're all freaking worried about this fire and all that, and nobody was injured in the top there, just somebody fell asleep on the deck with friggin' a cigarette and that. And I could, you know, and I had this cat, Sylvester, Becky remembers him, he was a big old cat, big old Tom. Yeah, he had diabetes problem, eh? But yeah, so anyway, so Sylvester, he was like all freaking out. He didn't know what to do. And I'm saying, you stay here, Sylvester. Don't you go anywhere. Right? I go grab him. And I he listened to me, that cat, eh? I come back in, I grab him. I said, okay, let's go. We got to get out of here. The fire's happening. So I grab the cat and Sylvester and me. We get out, right? And that guy next to me friggin' ripped me off, ripping me off my wallet. I'm looking around for my wallet and I go, you son of a bitch, you give me, pardon my language, but this is true testimony and true story stuff. And this is in Nanaimo, eh? And I said, you give me back my wallet, right? Oh, I climbed a strip right down that son of a bitch. About half a month later, I told Angelo, the guy who owns that building, Toscana Enterprises. I told Angelo, I says, Angelo, that freaking guy ripped me off and that fire was going on in my wallet. He says, really? I said, yeah. He says, I'll take care of it for you, Lyle. I said, okay, whatever. So he did, right? But I was like, frig that, man. Like, I'm not gonna take that. That's how I go cash my check, and that's how I go cash my work check, and my bank cards in there, and all my other stuff, eh? Good thing I looked through all my ID, make sure everything was in there, and son of a bitch didn't take a darn thing out of there, because I caught him, eh? Yeah. Oh, there's some other true story and testimonial stuff. You want to hear another one about Nanaimo, eh? Huh? Okay, here's one. Okay, not a lot of people know what the bluffs are in Nanaimo, right? From Northfield Road all the way to right to the information center there on the bypass, right? When you go right, and there's an information center there, right? If you walk right over to the edge by where the information center is, and that, you'll see all these remains of these cars, right? All different, all beat up and torn up. It's called the Bluffs, all the way along there, right? And the Bluffs ran right through Becky's family farm too, right? Well, so what would happen, eh? There's a lot of these guys, back in the day, they'd get all alcoholed up, let the liquor courage get to them and that, and they'd want to race their car, right? And they'd do the bluff, right? And the bluff was right from Bowen Road. There's a windy trail, right? And it straightened out for a while, and then boom, there's the bluffs right there. If you went past a certain point, right? You're no point and no return, right? And you hit that friggin' the way it was, like that, and you fly up in the air and boom, right down by the bluffs, right? And that's a part of Nanaimo's dark history. And it's a true story and true testimonial story. Because they wanted me anyways, I'll go on about that another day, but I'll tell you a true story about that, right? And there's on Jingle Pot Road, right? There's you go up, going up towards Mount Benson, the big loop, and then there's a stretch called the Shady Mile. That's where they put a bunch of pumpkins and they light candles and that. Well, there's this dark true story to that, eh? Why they call it Shady Mile. There's been several murders along that stretch. Real murders of individuals. Yeah. That's one reason why they call it Shady Mile. And yeah, so this is truth be told about some of Nanaimo's true history and dark history of Nanaimo. It's not nice to talk about, but it's truth. Truth be told, eh? True story, true testimonies. So, you know, I'm just saying there's a lot more to Nanaimo than what you make it out to be. Their motto is live, work, and play. Oh yeah, some people's work and play is a lot different than friggin' what. Yeah. So that's just some of the things of Nanaimo's history. Okay. And I am, and I always have been, a member of the Historical Foundation. I'm a member of the Historical Foundation Society. Once you're a member, you're a member for life. Okay? So, if you don't believe me, you could go look up my name. LYLE FINLAY. Eh? Wow. I'm serious. All right, everybody. So that's just the tip of the iceberg of the Nanaimoites. All right. So this is true story and true testimony of LYLE FINLAY WILDE here in Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada. Hey. LYLE signal. Big hugs. Lots of love. We'll talk more on true stories and true testimonies. See y'all later.